My husband and I went to Mexico for our baby moon, Mother's Day, and his birthday as well. We flew into Cancun. The flight was $150 a piece. It's very important to exchange your US dollar to pesos. Instead of a taxi, we took the Addio bus. It had a bathroom on it. It was very clean and it also played movies, so that was entertaining. Once we got on the Addio bus, this is where we were dropped off at the Tulum bus station, and this was the most cost efficient to us and also was the most safest. This is the view when you get off the Addio bus, and this is downtown Tulum. So be sure to remember that the Addio bus station is in downtown Tulum, and that's great because there's lots of restaurants and shopping that you can do. The first restaurant we went to was Charlie's. It was very nice. The food was off the chain. Like, it don't get no better than this food in Mexico. After we ate, we picked up a local taxi. You'll know who the taxi is because they all have the same white car with red writing. It was very convenient. You can get their WhatsApp number, and he dropped us off to our penthouse, which was Surya Condos. Now, this condo was definitely breathtaking, and we're also planning to come back in January because of how nice and inexpensive it was. We stayed in the penthouse and it was discounted because of the construction. Tulum is like still developing, but honestly, we didn't hear any like construction. So, I mean, that was a plus. And this was the inside of the penthouse. It's a 3-bedroom. 2 bedrooms are downstairs and the master is upstairs. The kitchen was fully equipped. The rooms were just breathtaking as well. We loved that it was views in every room. There is a shower that will be shared downstairs, but I mean, that's not a problem. This is the workstation. I thought that was so thoughtful. And now we're going upstairs to the master bedroom, and that's also where the infinity pool is and also where like just the hangout grill space is. Let me just say, nothing was cheap in this Airbnb. And I mean, for the price, you literally cannot beat that. I was in love with the bathroom. I was in love with the bedroom. And I mean, I have literally no complaints. Like, this was our first time getting to use an infinity pool. We love the view, and it's just something about the island and the trees. It just like makes me feel so good. And as you can see, it's still developing, y'all. So I would definitely recommend this for real estate and going on trips now because it's going to be a lot cheaper. Now, I did mention I'm on a baby moon. I'm 7 months pregnant. So remember to wear compression socks if you're pregnant on a flight because it's going to make your feet swelling go down. Now, we went on an excursion and we had to meet at AKI Supermarket, and this is the market. This is the company that we went through to go to the Tulum attraction as well as the cenotes. And we booked this trip through Local Bird. I'll put their information as well, and it was recommended by the host of the Airbnb. Honestly, everything that he recommended was perfectly set, and so I would definitely listen to him about everything. This is where the Mayan ruins were, and this is just like all of the attractions before you go in to do the tour. Now, let me just talk about this tour. It was so breathtaking. I mean, it was so spiritual, and it just felt so good to walk where like our ancestors have previously walked, to learn about the things that they would do. Basically, ruins are temples where ancient civilization lived. This is where they used to swim. They came up with early writing, mathematics, just everything that you can think of like thousands of years ago. So it's very ancient and it's very historical, and it's a part of our history. So it's super cool. I also got a video of their actual language, which is not Spanish, it's Mayan. I highly recommend this tour, and it also came with the guide so that you can learn about history. Next was the cenotes. This came with a lunch. The lunch was super good. This also came with a guide that explained to us what the cenotes were, what god was over the cenotes, because in Mayan they had multiple gods. And y'all, I am crazy for swimming in this cenote at 7 months pregnant, but I had to do it. So this is me and hubby. We just walking down to the cenotes, and this is what it looks like. A cenote is basically a underwater cave. This is where the ancient Mayans used to do sacrifices, used to come and pray and take spiritual baths. And so this, I mean, this is where minerals are. And this is just me rethinking it, y'all. But look how clear this water is. You can literally see the fishes. But once they said that it got a little dark, I was freaking out. But overall, I am so glad that we went. And these are some pictures that we took. This is also where diamonds were found as well. There's writing on the walls, and it was just an experience. After that, we went to this restaurant, and this is a 10 out of 10. Like, I would go here every day, y'all. This was a restaurant also recommended by the host. It's like a 3-minute walk from the penthouse, and so you can definitely get your food from there. Next stop was the beach. We went ahead and WhatsApped our taxi. He stopped us to get more pesos for the exchange, and then we were on our way to Tulum Beach, which is only about 8 minutes from the penthouse. We walked in through the beach club, and it was just like so breathtaking, y'all. I am so in love with Tulum. We have never been to Cancun or Playa del, but Tulum was like the move for us. It was so quiet. It was such a relaxing part of the country, and that's what we were looking for. And this is just us on the beach. I mean, the water was beautiful. We really enjoyed just walking up and down the beach. And if you're worried about currency, you can always Google USD to pesos, and it'll tell you how much. We ate at the beach club. We had some nachos. He had some ceviche. I had watermelon juice. He had a mojito, and it was so good. I mean, it only came to like 400 pesos, which is about like $30 in American dollars. So, I mean, that's perfect. Everything was fresh in Mexico, Tulum. The food was fresh. This is where the locals went to the beach, and we just had to like walk there to see how they like to, relax at the beach as well. Then we got back. We cooked some chicken wings that we got from the AKI market. Later that day, we went to get pizza from that restaurant. And this is the Tulum airport that we flew out of. And that was about like $150 as well. And that's the reason why we flew into Cancun and flew out of Tulum, because of the price difference. So you can always do it like that. The Tulum airport is very modern. It's very new, as I can say. They're still building infrastructure. So this is a new airport. It was very easy to check in. We had no complaints with checking in and checking out. There were no taxes that we had to pay. We flew from Tulum to Miami with American Airlines, and it was pretty cool. Like, look at how we boarded that flight. I was so impressed. Some important things to remember is to drink bottled water, especially if you're pregnant, because the water is still developing as well. You can also rent scooters or cars to get around instead of taxis or walking. For traveling, I recommend only doing a carry-on, because then you can avoid like the baggage claim and all that extra stuff. With the carry-on, you can just get right on the flight and right off. So again, I'll leave the Airbnb information. I'll leave information about the audio bus and other information in the description. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment, guys, if you love our videos. And let me know if you have any questions.